Good afternoon, everyone. Today's class of this MCMD, we are going to discuss the mechanism of cutting tools. So, how many types of cutting tools are existing, and with the different mechanical properties containing materials, what type of tools need to be selected, what are the cutting parameters need to be followed. Based on the cutting parameters, the inclinational factors will be scheduled that will be accessed according to the frame, reference frame of the work part in different working processes, or will be simply calling as the machining processes, such as milling process, drilling process, reaming, welding conditions, etc. Coming to the contents that we'll be discussing in the today's class, what are the different types of tools? We'll be having a detailed look. In that, the single point cutting tools. So tools has been subclassified into different groups. So the different types of groups has been categorized into two basic groups: single point cutting tools and the multi-point cutting tools. And the configurations related to the single point cutting tools are here with the cutting planes. With respect to the cutting planes, the point tools will be getting accessed. With respect to the working plane or reference plane, the tool will be assumed to be starting at the working plane in order to machine to obtain the required dimensions of the work part. Tool back plane, tool reference plane, and the tool signature. Here the tool signature in the sense based upon the machinability aspect and pointal alignment of the tip of the tool to the work part, where the engagement of the tool will be considered with respect to the work part related to the tool signature. And the multi-point cutting tools, the twist drilling concept, and milling cutter. Coming to the types of the tools, we are having the single point cutting tools and the multi-point cutting tools. So the difference between these two concepts, that is single point and multi-point. See here, in the single point cutting tools, only one cutting tip with respect to the tool will be existing. As nominally we will be processing with on our conventional lathe machine, a milling machine, and even in the shaping machine also. So only the material will be removed to an allowable depth of cut with respect to particular feed rate maintaining, and the MRR process will be getting done and the chips will be getting eliminated. So what are the different types of chips and the chip formation? With what feeding of the machinability characteristics it will be accessing, etc. We have a detailed discuss in the previous classes. Coming to the multi-point cutting tools, nothing but a layering of the tip of the tools. Here it contains a layering of the tip of the tools, such as two and even more than two can be accessed as per the convenience of the cutting material. See here, nominally this is the tool bit itself and the tool cutting holder, which will be having an finishedness. That means two different processes, that is single point cutting tool, in the sense only the machinability characteristics will be progressing by removing the material as a chip formation only at the single time. That is 2 mm of the material at the surface layer will be getting removed. But in the case of this multi-point cutting tool, initially this stainless steel SS material will remove one basic phenomena, and second layer, this is the tool that will be fixing the, here the color code is getting varied, and this is the stainless steel, and this might be an hardest material, that is graphite material, that has been fixed initially once, and this is the gold shaped material which has been done with a grade of diamond, which is the hardest tool will be utilized for machining at the hardest high carbon containing of the materials. So see here, initially the material will be removed by the stainless steel material, and later on the finishingness will be achieved by removing the material by this graphite containing material, which has been utilized as a tool, and that next to the diamond material. Nothing but will be having the tip of the tools at 3 different grades, and minimum it will be having the 2 and will be accessing with respect to 2. This is the one reference, and if we need to remove or machine on medium or moderate strengthened materials, then stainless steel tool is sufficient. So in order to machine on the high graded or high carbon containing materials in the composition, then we'll be proceeding with respect to the hardest tool, because in order to reduce the roughness parameter on the surface layers. So roughness measurements here it plays a major role. This is the tool, and the parameters will be accessing in by this edge or by this tip. This will be coming in contact with the work part, and the machining characteristics will be done to achieve the perfect surface finishings and dimensions after the MRR process over the material. So this is the basic difference, and even in the case of this majorly will be considered in the case of this cutting tools majorly at the drilling point and even the miller cutter also. See here, drilling bit, it will be having an hollow sectional inflammable that will have the high strengthened or model with respect to high strengthened stainless steel, indeed to chop the material, and that should be elevated at the gap that is being existing in the tool. So ఈ రెండింటికి ఉన్న మధ్యలో గ్యాప్ మెటీరియల్ ఆర్ స్టెయిన్లెస్ స్టీల్ మెషినింగ్ కండిషన్ చేస్తున్నప్పుడు మెటీరియల్ అంతా కూడా ఈ హాలో సెక్షన్స్ నుంచి బయటకు వచ్చేస్తుంది. దట్ ఇస్ ఆల్సో ఇన్ ద ఫార్మ్ ఆఫ్ ఎ రింగ్ టైప్ ఆఫ్ స్ట్రక్చర్స్. Even at the carpentry point of view, carpentry conditions, if you have been observed clearly, in the case of this drilling, you'll be observing the chips of the wood material will be elevated in the type of a spring. That helical structure will be getting obtained due to the shaping or material that is being removed at a range of ultimate tensile load conditions. So ultimate tensile load conditions in the sense crossing the elasticity limit, furtherly moving on to the plasticity conditions, that is permanent deformations, plasticity in the sense, and moving on to the upper yielding range of metal removal, and simultaneously leads to a rupture point, as we have clearly verified in the case of this stress strain diagram. The functionalities of the mechanical parameters will be accessed right from the load implication onwards until the fracture of rupture. Coming to this single point cutting tools, this operation will be done with an wedge shape having conditions. Even that particular shapes will be obtained by the interaction of this rack surfaces only, or even the flank surfaces only. So flank surfaces will all be achieving this. So this is the rack surfaces and the flank surfaces, cutting edge. And this is the flank surface. So in contact with respect to the flank surface and even the cutting edge corners, the material will be elevated from the work part very much easily by the consignment or contact of this particular tool. And that particular intersection leads to an arrange of this cutting edge. It will be having only the cutting edge, and is the flank, which will be in contact majorly with respect to the work part in order to remove the material. The feed rate will be set as per the direction of cut here. That's the feed rate, simultaneously increasing the depth level of the material removal as per the surface layer wise condition. And later on, the cutting edges from the minimum to end, one end to another end, will be getting progressed simultaneously. And the material will be getting removed at the point of contact with respect to the flank and next the cutting edge corner. The major principle of this cutting edge, it is the major responsible for cutting action at the different processes or during the machinery processes in order to remove the material and to have the confined dimensional accuracies. You need to get the confined dimensional accuracies with good surface finish. Good surface finish, no rough area should be progressed. In such a way, we will be choosing the tool parts as per the design conditions of the work parts which are to be machined, and even some of the auxiliary cutting edges that will be utilized, nothing but the flank edges will be utilized for just smoothening the surfaces, but not much more, because high feed rate will not be accessed for the tool. High feed rate will not be getting accessed for the tool, and this is the minor that the flank will be acting or will be getting in contact with respect to the work part only for removing the, only for getting the surface finishing or to obtain the smoothness by clearing the roughness part. So for that, this minor flank or minor conditions, nothing but flank conditions will be utilized for getting the smoothened edges. So what are the reference planes or cutting planes should be characterized based on the different processes of works. So nominally, with respect to different processes, these will be getting changed. Hence, cutting planes has to be referred, and then the MRR condition should be progressed for getting the better accuracies over the work parts. Here, tool assumed work planes. So, tool assumed with respect to the tool, for example, we'll be confiding that tool will be a fixed strategy. We all aware that there will be two conditions of MRR process. First one is tool will be fixed, work part will be in dynamic position or remove the material over the work part, indeed to attain the perfect dimensions as per the vendor specifications. Simultaneously, the second one it is work part will be in fixed condition, and next the tool will be in dynamical conditions in order to work over the work part and to get the perfect dimensions over the work part. So work part అనేది కాన్స్టెంట్ గా ఫిక్స్ చేసేసి జిగ్స్ అండ్ ఫిక్చర్స్ లో టూల్ ని వ్యారీ చేసుకుంటూ మెటీరియల్ రిమూవ్ చేస్తాం ఫస్ట్ కండిషన్. For that particular purpose, the tool inclinations should be set out. So work plane will be constant. So hence the tool should be assumed as per the work plane. That's the first initiation to be taken. Next thing, the tool part will be fixed and work part will be getting deferred. That is nothing but the tool back plane. Hence, the tool will be, so based upon that phenomena, the tool should be characterized for machining for different operations. Next one, tool reference plane. Based on the edge cuttings or sideways or edge cuttings, it will be getting accessed. So cutting planes will be energized based upon the type of dynamical motion achieved for both the work part as well as the tool part. And considering specifically the tool part, the planar representations for the tool will be characterized upon assumption that is tool based work plane, that is also single rack angle and the side relief angle. Secondary is the tool back plane, that is back angle and the end relief angle. Tool reference plane, there is end cutting edge angle and the side cutting edge angles to be assumed. See here, there's a clear cut visionary. First one is based on the tool assumed work plane. It is preferable with respect to the working plane. Side rack angle, and this is the frame of the, as per the initial frame, work part will be fixed over here, and with respect to the tool it will be getting accessed, and then this tool will be overslided with respect to the work part for machining the operations. So this PR represents the first condition, that is tool assumed with respect to the work plane. So XY planar, YZ planar, ZX planar, with respect to the planar representative, the cutting tool will be accelerated. Next one, tool back plane, that is PP. So this is the condition need to be accessed. So the instructions to the tool have to be proceeded based upon this plane, back plane. And the next one is tool reference plane. This is the tool reference plane, and based upon this, the commands to the tool need to be initiated or selected for the different working processes. And even for specifying the instructions, in the sense the geometrical constraints or geometrical specifications need to be accessed to the tool by the programming, if it is automated, or even if it is manually operated, it will be assigned manually itself. It will be fixed in the tool post manually itself. Coming to the masonry conditions. So how far with respect to the inclinations or straight cut edges or minimal rack angles will be accessed with respect to working plane when you have get assume tool has been fixed in the case of this working plane. See the clearly diagram specifying here working plane. So estimated this working plane as a front view. These views we all are very much aware of as per our engineering drawing has been learned by you. As per this work plane, a side rack angle will be getting increases. This is the side rack angle. It will be getting increases due to the strength of the tool that will be increases. When strength of the tool has been increases, the side rack angle also will be getting increased furtherly. And forces are decreased when the cutting forces or speed that has been decreased, automatically this side rack angles will be getting increased. And the power required for machining is decreased. For accessing the machinery, if the power has been decreased, obviously the side rack angle will be increasing. And even tool life, if the mating condition has been decreased in order to remove the material, automatically this tool life will be getting increased, because it is lagging in the case of MRR process, and hence tool life will be increased gradually. Next thing, how for this working plane, in the working plane, the rack angle will be getting progressed. So it will be a maximum of 15 degrees, but a minimum of 3 to 5 degrees. Nothing more than that will be getting error. We'll be calling as error. And even that error also can be removed with respect to the compensation activity also. That we'll be discussing furtherly in the next classes. So machining conditions processing setup. When the mating condition of this tool has been happened with respect to the work part, in the case of particularly working plane, a minimum of 3 to 5 degrees of rack angle will be getting deferred in the machining condition. And based upon the type of materials, it will be gradually increasing to a maximum of 15 degrees in order to, but if that happens, so obviously the dimensions will be getting varied. If this rack angle has been increased, automatically the dimensions, the required dimensions as per the vendor specifications will be getting deferred. So that should be taken into the consideration. So by taking that point as a basic phenomena, you have been identified in the machining conditions. That is, if the tool strength has been increased, this rack angle has been increasing. Forces decrease అయినప్పుడు, power requirement అనేది decrease అయినప్పుడు, and tool life automatically it will be getting increased. That is the next parameter. So cutting forces ఎప్పుడైతే మనం తగ్గిస్తామో అప్పుడు కానీ, లేదు అంటే strength upon the interaction, tool strength అనేది సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకున్నప్పుడు మెటీరియల్ రిలేటెడ్ గా ఫర్దర్లీ if it has been far increasing, there is a lot of distance between the strength properties, automatically the deviation is getting considered. Happens so. So that compensation. So compensation we will be calling as a relief angle. So that relief angle is used indeed to avoid that friction or rubbing between this tool and the work part. Hence, we will be calling this as a compensation, cutting compensation. So if this cutting compensation in the form of this relief angle has been provided, automatically our required vendor specifications will not get mismatched. That is the first criteria. Next thing, the tool back plane. See here, as back rack angle increases, the strength of the tool will be increases, forces decreases, power requirement decreases, tool life will be getting increased. There are some common parameters for each and every planar representation. For the deviation with respect to the rack angle, how much rack angle deviation will be getting energized or will be getting happened soon. So the back rack angle, wedge angle, basically it will not be getting deferred most probably. The tip of the tool will be getting affected in a maximum conditions because that will be getting interacted heavily with respect to the work part. So a maximum, how far this angle will be getting varied. It may be of plus 45 to minus 10 degrees. And one more point here it is, at the point of 0th degree, the thread cutting will be getting happened. So thread cutting in the sense, with respect to an parallel deviation, the material removal in a different positional strategy. As this relief angle increases, in order to compensate this maximum rack angle occurrence in the machining processes, the strength of the tool will be getting decreased. So relief angle additionally will be providing from the external source over the tool in order to get the perfect dimensions in the work part upon machining conditions. There is the protocol of the process, machinery process within the different kinds of industries. But if it has been happened, so then the strength of the tool will be getting decreased because high frictional forces will be getting decreased and even non-linear fragments will be getting formed. But the tool strength will be getting increased slightly. This lifetime will be getting varied to extension position. But the straining conditions, so high straining conditions will be getting progressed because the strength will be getting decreased. There's a basic problem will be facing internally. Next, the tool reference plane. The cutting edge angle is mainly influence the surface finish of the component in the reference plane. So nominally in the reference plane, we'll be assuming that zero origin point is the basic phenomena. And if at all in the conditions, the view of representation is very much more, then the tool will be moving onto that particular side. For example, in the front view, that particular shape has been finished. Okay. Next, the work should be progressed in the top view. Hence, the tool will be moving to the top view. And there the reference plane has to be selected again to the origin position. So, this planar representations by the movement of these tools will be getting varied simultaneously in order to progress the work. So, cutting edge angle is much more important. That is mainly influence on the finishness on the surface. for surface finishing. Coming to its cutting edge, coming to the cutting edge angle, it will be getting increasing because of the surface finish also will be increased, and the nose size also will be increasing. So nose size in the sense here, the nose radius or nose, that is nothing but the tip of the tool, where the sharp tip of the tool will be getting initiated at the end of the two different sides. And this side cutting angle will be getting varied from 0 to 35 degrees maximum. So non-formative of this angle varies also can be accessed by the tool reference plane, and a maximum deviation angle will be of 0 to 35 degrees in between for different kinds of materials. And up to a certain values of increasing the side cutting angles, if the compensation has been provided into a particular value of references, it will be increasing in the tool length because the frictional resistance will be getting decreased at that particular point of normal cutting. Normal cutting lo జరిగేటప్పుడు the deviations ఎప్పుడైతే occur అవుతా ఉంటాయో at that particular point frictional forces will be decreased. But ఈ compensation అనేది కనుక మనం additionally if you have been provided, automatically frictional forces will be increases. So compensation మనం provide చేసినప్పుడు మాత్రమే this frictional forces will be increases because more contact will be accessed by the tool with respect to this work part, and increases the tool life, width of the chip will be increases, which will be results with respect to the tool vibration. Here we'll be having an tool signatures. So signature here which will describe the tool angles in the standard system. So standard system in the sense nominally will be representing the standard system with respect to the American standards, American Society of Testing Materials, American Standard Association. Coming to the tool signature values and compared with respect to the orthogonal rack system, which is progressing on the live machinery. So back rack angle, that is 0 degrees in the case of ASM standards, and in the case of this orthogonal rack system, which will be varied with respect to the machinery condition, is 5 degrees. So allowable 5 degrees. So side normal rack angle to be maintained by the tool, it is 10 degrees as per the American standards, and even for the orthogonal also 10 degrees. And end relief angle 6 degrees by the tool in the case of ASM standards, and even for the orthogonal also 6 degrees. Nominally this side relief angle also equivalent to the end relief angle, that is 6 degrees and 6 degrees in both American and orthogonal standards. Coming to the end point cutting tools or end cutting edge angle, in the case of this American standards 10 degrees it's allowed, and in the case of this orthogonal rack system 5 degrees only it is allowed. So side cutting edge angle 12 degrees, nose radius 1 mm, and that is common as per the standard results when compared to the orthogonal rack system also. That is also maintained with respect to 1 mm only. Coming to the point of this multi-cutting tools, we have already noticed that multiple cuttings that will be progressed simultaneously with the addition of the tools with respect to the existing tool. So already stainless tool is existing, but the graphite material indeed to monitor or you need to process the heaviest strengthened materials over that, this tool signature plays a major important role, and hence the contact of this multi-point cutting tools, which will be having the high material removal rate with a perfect dimensional accuracies maintenance. That is providing high feed rate, high depth of cut, and even the chip load is in a low cadre. And these, if we have provided these parameters, it will be resulting in the fluctuation in the cutting force, impact loading on each and every teeth when the mating has been commenced with respect to the tool and the or the work part, and this high vibrational forces affects the dimensions to be maintained, and even this vibration relates to the rough surface finishing, because if the at the time of the cutting, if the vibrations has been occurred, surface finishing in a perfect way will not be getting obtained. Hence this results in inappropriate manner. See here in the twist drill, to the material, initially this tip will be getting energized and this tip will be getting into the force. That is an LIP will be getting accessed initially by this web or pore thickness, and this is a chisel edge that will be mating initially with respect to the work part. Upon exercising the drilling process, this flute will be not be in contact with respect to the work part, but this land will be getting in contact, and this margin plays a major role for removing the material. The elevated powder format amorphous state of material or chips formats of materials with many chips will be processing from this flute. There is an less having the hollow section that will be removed to an upward direction. There is this twist drill. Progressively, this land and LIP will be in permanent contact at different helical structures of the tool. See here, will be initially at this contact and slowly it will be getting increased, and here again it need to be get attached with respect to the LIP and next to the flute and next to the rack or helix angle surface, again it should be getting touched and next to the flute, like that. So it's a permanent accessory device starting from the tip position until to the neck length of the tool, right? So what is meant by this? Flutes is nothing but the helical or stretched straight grooves. Helix rack angle is nothing but the chip cutting ability, which will be increasing to a maximum positive rack angle. LIP, larger diameters that allows on the diameters or hardened materials with a maximum angle by decreasing to a low as this 8 degrees, and even for the small diameters which will be increasing up to 24 degrees. This next from the pointal angle, the low angle produces the wide chips, higher angle recommends for the hard materials. Even at the low angle is a soft materials. Preference is the soft materials. Coming to the chisel edge, it does not actually it does not edge will not be getting cut, but it will be targeting the exact place, and this is the cutting edge, and even this is the cutting edge, and this is the heel will be getting the finishing accessing, and this is the body clearance. This is the body clearance. Coming to the tools, what are the best tool geometry or angles according to the different kinds of materials will be utilized? And here we are considering the work part materials, and whether in the case of this pointal angle this will be utilized, and in the case of this helix this radius or range will be utilized. In the case of LIP this range will be getting utilized for the tools particularly. So in the case of this aluminum 90 to 135 in the case of point angle, and the helix angle 30 to 48, and in the case of this LIP 12 to 26. Simultaneously in the case of this brass, cast iron, mild steel, stainless steel, and even the plastics. So the work part materials based upon those if the pointal angles or helix angles or LIP relief angles has to be maintained in the machining process. These are the reference inclinations should be followed depending upon the type of materials. So plastics will be less strengthened materials, nominally brass, cast iron, mild steel, aluminum, or as the minimum strengthened materials when compared to the stainless steel. And stainless steel can be utilized as an tool material in order to work on this cast iron or mild steel or aluminum or even the brass. And plastics, in the plastics, cast iron can be or mild steel can be utilized as an the tool part. And indeed to machine on the over the stainless steel the graphite material or else the diamond shaped materials which is harder than the stainless steel work part to be utilized for good machinery conditions or machinability conditions to be obtained. Next one, Miller cutter. This is the best example for the multiple point cutting, because after cutting by one tooth, immediately another tooth also will be coming in depth to the mating conditions. So if you have been considered this is the up angle will be maintained by the one tool, and this one another tip will be coming in contact to the material simultaneously, and this also will be accessible with respect to the orientation or circular interpolation of this tool. And this is the relief angle after cutting the performance. This is the clearance angle will be maintained, and this is the relief angle that will be getting adjusted for the cutter after the finishing or after the mating condition of the work part by this tool. And MRR process will be getting done. Normally we will be utilizing the Miller cutters. And this is one of the example of pipe facing machinery that will be having an interaction and will be moving on towards this. And a facing machinery will be progressing with respect to different straightness maintaining conditions without deviating the deformative axis for the different pipes. It will be getting accessed. So in this pipe facing machinery like this, so indeed to identify if there any beveling results on over the pipe or not. So beveling in the sense this bevel will be having slight shrinkage or slight deviations with respect to the dimensional accuracies will be getting examined and identified clearly. This is the machining process that will be happened. So spot pointer with respect to the cutting tool will be progressed here. In this way, the pipe facing machinery contact will be getting made and examination process will be getting done. And for the reference, a video, this is a video link, and you can go through the working condition of this pipe facing machinery. Coming to the single point and the multi-point tools. In the case of this single point cutting tools, it is easy to design and fabrication. And multiple point in the sense small chip loads per tooth will be accessed. and it's very much cheap in the economical point of view. It's an in the machinery conditions, as per the machinery conditions, it facilitates at a high speed, feed, and depth of cut, and high tool wear rate will be accessed here, and high MRR will be processed, and high productivity will be initiated, and shorter tool life, and here the reduced tool wear conditions. High cutting temperature will be accessed here, low cutting temperature will be accessed to the multi-point cutting tools, thermal damage will be accessed, longer tool life will be accessed, low material rate MRR process, complicated designs and fabrications will be accessing here in the multi-point cutting tools, low productivity in the case of the single point cutting tools. It is very much costlier, and even the intermittent cutting process it is. As we have clearly observed in the case of this cutting miller, this is an intermittent cutting. So one teeth will be getting in contact and there will be a gap, and next tooth will be getting axing. So that is the greater defect causing in the case of this multiple point of cutting tools. And here the green color initiates the positive signs in the differences, and the red color initiates the sum of the defects. That leads to a slight deformations or getting the efficiency levels decrement in the during the machining processes. Thank you. We'll be proceeding in the next class.